So, we are back with another fantastic understanding and perspective about the law of assumption. This post is from a subscriber, and we are sure it will be incredibly helpful for you to look at the time it takes for your desire to manifest from a different angle. Maybe you will also find some profound nuggets of wisdom in this explanation, and then you will be able to use this knowledge to your advantage while practicing the law. Here is what the subscriber says. So guys, through searching on the internet, I found out that the only reason Neville wants you to stay in your desired state is to fully acquaint yourself with your desired self, to help you get used to it and make it feel normal to you. Not because you need to change anything or battle an evil force that is preventing you from your wish. So, about our desire that we want to manifest. Even when we want it or dwell on it constantly, we have always viewed and considered it from a position of desire. We have no idea what it's like to have or be it. It has always appeared to be some fairy tale landscape from the outside, far from our current reality. We identify with our ideal selves in our imagination. Given that you have studied the law and are now aware of how to enter the state of having your wishes fulfilled, it is there, creation is complete, and it already exists. Yes, I am aware of it once your wishes have been granted. You don't need any 3D confirmation, but I'm speaking to those who are new to this and have only recently learned how to access the state. They can feel their wish fulfilled because they have an innate sense that it has been accomplished. But throughout the day, there are times when we revert to our old states, and the question then arises, I have identified with my desired self. I saw it in my imagination, I felt it, and it exists, but why can't I see it? Here's how I see and understand this situation. Yes, your desire is present right now. Why then do you not see it? Because if your brain and body suddenly witnessed what you just envisioned and requested, they would be in complete shock. Will you be able to comprehend your desire popping up in physical reality in an instant? It takes some time for our physical senses and subconscious to become accustomed to and adjust to the new reality and state. Since birth, you have had certain assumptions about how the world operates, and that in order to obtain something, one must perform a specific activity. For instance, if you want a drink of water, you think and know that you must get up, open the refrigerator, pour it into the glass, and then you have the glass of water you wanted. Let's face it, you don't believe, and probably never will, that all you have to do is ask for a drink of water, and it will magically materialize. Life can be this way, but don't you think it would be monotonous and unnatural? I'm so certain of this because I can still clearly recall a stage in my manifestation path when I had totally mastered the state of desire fulfillment and had entirely shut out the third dimension after detaching myself from it and learning how to reach it. With my eyes closed at that precise moment, I became the person I had always dreamed of becoming. I had my want, the longing was gone, I could feel it, touch it, and I was the person I had always imagined being. Do you know what really happened next? The only term I can use to describe what happened to me was fear. Yes, I froze. I was identified with the body of my ideal self at that precise time. Not this body here in 3D. I honestly thought I had transformed into the person I had so desperately wanted to be. So we sometimes unconsciously withhold what we desire because we are connected to it by particular uneasy feelings, emotions, traumas, or anxieties. For example, I always believed that I want this particular thing in my life, but very soon I realized that there are many negative consequences that follow from this desire. I was afraid of it as much as I wanted it. I hope you get my point. The primary factor in this delay of manifestation is that your 3D body and subconscious mind require a transition period to adjust to this new version of yourself. Let's say you want a slimmer body. However, if you woke up in the morning after using SATs or another technique and saw yourself literally 100 pounds lighter, as much fun as it sounds, your brain will probably freeze and go into shock. Our subconscious primary responsibility is to protect us by initiating the fight, flight, or freeze reaction. Therefore, sudden, massive changes are also threats to your subconscious. Yes, your desired 100 pounds lighter body is right there in vibrational essence right now, but your subconscious is preventing your senses from perceiving it because it wants to keep you from experiencing a shock. What should you do then? Simple. Keep your mind and subconscious in the state of your wish being met by repeatedly visualizing a thinner physique until it has become the norm. And when it's completely prepared to accept it, bam. Your desire will be materialized in 3D reality. When you know you have what you want, it is an exhilarating experience and feeling, and it is the feeling that we seek. The key is creating the sensation of having it without actually experiencing it in 3D reality. Then you convince yourself that we do have what we want here. My five senses are just getting acclimated to it, and my subconscious is simply waiting for my senses to be able to embrace the new reality. This brings us to the end of the post. Okay, so here's what we think about this amazing explanation of this aspect of the law of assumption. We totally agree with this individual about the buffer time. This happens so that you get accustomed to the new reality. Once your senses and your consciousness gets familiar with the reality you desire, it's going to appear in 3D in no time. Secondly, this is what Neville Goddard also meant when he said that your desire should feel natural to you. By natural, he also referred to your mind and body to be fully prepared to embrace the new reality. Lastly, we would like to add that if you are working on your desires right now, you shouldn't worry about time at all. Focus on making your desire feel natural, and it will come to you. That's the law. That's the promise. Now, guys, the next step in your manifestation journey is to keep watching this channel. Click now on the video on the screen to get access to the most inspiring content about Neville Goddard on the internet.